Right, today we're going to do a long graduation haircut. I've just washed the hair and I've sectioned it, so we've got ear to ear sections, and we're going to take about 2 inches off all over. Okay? Sorry. So, using the section clips, we're going to create our first guideline, which will be the guideline for the whole haircut at the back and also the side, so it'll give us the height there. So I've just made a nice kind of straight line, a slight curve on it because the head is round, and we're going to take 2 inches off. So starting in the middle, keeping it as close to the back as you possibly can and following your guideline. Keeping your feet dead still, because if you move your feet you tend to go up at the side, so keep everything dead straight and just check your points. Don't double check it too much because you'll often find that you'll keep cutting it over and over and over again. So we take another section. This client's already got layers, so we don't need to take too many sections because the top layer will be shorter anyway. So yet again, another section. Always start in the middle, comb it down, have a look at the bottom. I can see my guideline under there, and I'm going to match it. I don't cut it shorter or longer, I just match it. Yet again, always comb from the roots down, don't comb halfway. Pulling it nice and tight. If you keep the tension tight in your hands each time, then the haircut will be even. This again, just check your points, and then the remaining section will come down. Might not be too much to cut off this part because there is layers, so it might just be the side bits you'll find. There we go, hardly anything to come off there. So here we should have some length to come off. Same the other side. Like so. So the head has been tilted down the whole time to reduce the graduation. I comb that on the back, I can clearly see it's a nice straight line. And then we ask the client to lift their head up and slightly tilt it to the right. Right, I'm going to check the back section first, make sure that this is straight. Once I know that's straight, I can move forward. I'll cut this bit in half so it's easy for you to see. And you can angle this slightly down if you want to, keep it a bit longer at the front. You've just got to remember to do the same the other side. This bit probably nothing to come off because it's shorter. A few wispy bits, and then the same the other side. Here we go, just double check that bit straight, and then we'll move forward. Cut that in half. And bring the top bit down. All we're going to do now is balance check the haircut, make sure that it's the same on the left as what it is on the right. And I can do that just by standing behind and just checking my points. Okay, so that's your one length done. Now we're going to go through the layers. I'm going to start at the back this time. rather than starting at the front, and I'm going to choose a certain amount to come off. It's entirely up to you how much you choose, but obviously if I cut there and I brought it down, it will create quite a short layer, so I want to keep it long to match the hairstyle. About that much, yeah. I'm just going to cut it dead straight. So that there is my guideline. Can cross check it as well. And then we're just going to do orange sections around the head. Pulling up the hair and cutting at an angle. So if you come round the back this way, right, so this is the angle. I'm going to pull it out and then gradually slide my fingers up till they're horizontal, and then cut off what's remaining. Whatever falls, let it fall. Have a look again, come this side. Pull it up and then cut. I should be able to just cross check this bit while you're here, just to make sure. I'm going to pull it up to my head, and anything that's longer, just trip away. You can also point cut that if you want to. Let's stay there. I'm going to do the same this side. Pull it out, slide your fingers up, and cut horizontal. Another orange section. So with your orange sections, it's like telling the time. So I'm doing about 7 o'clock here. Then I'll get another section. This is about 8 o'clock on the head. Cutting it horizontal. And then my last section, which is 9 o'clock, goes right the way over to the left to there. So remember, our guideline's at the top here. It's not the one at the bottom, it's always the one at the top. So I'm just going to cross check this, making sure that that is straight. So if I show you there's little bits that I've missed, which is fine, that's why we cross check. That's why we do that. So the whole back section is cut, just balance check it. Now, if they want to keep the front section a little bit longer, which I probably would advise, we'll pull everything back to this section here, the middle and the 9 o'clock and the 3 o'clock section. So I'm just going to move forward now. Still in my 9 o'clock position, but I'm going to pull it back. If you look at that angle there, it's slightly pulled back, keeping the same angle. I'm going to move forward, still at 9 o'clock, but I'm going to pull it back. That's my original bit here, my original guideline, so I'm pulling it back to the same angle, cutting it like I did the 9 o'clock position. And I'll pull this all back now to that 9 o'clock position. I can cross check this just by pulling it up to my face. Let's get back in there. It should be slightly angled because it should be longer at the front. I'll do exactly the same. So our 3 o'clock position, pulling it back, lifting it up. And pull this all the way back now. Holding that in my hand, just cross check it. Yet again, it should be slightly angled. And just balance check left to right. So that there is your whole haircut. I'm just going to check the middle bits meet and I can just point cut. When you point cut any area, just turn your thumb the opposite way. So we should be cutting just our thumb moving. And the last thing I will do is just a forward graduation, just to finish it off and to connect the layers. So come round to the front, here we go. Just connect the bits in the middle, so from left and right, make a little, normally just below chin length. Don't take it too short because it's really hard to blend. And then we're just going to bring our layers around and just cut up towards the nose. And exactly the same the other side, we've got our guideline at the front. If there's holes in this, just ignore it, just pretend the hair's there. You can't make hair appear. You can just double check the lengths are okay. And that's it. One long graduated haircut, starting with the length, starting on and then doing the back layers first, over directing them back, and then finishing around the front with the forward graduation. Doesn't matter which way you go, as long as you get there in the end and it's all evenly balanced.